Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Dakota back again for my UFC on Versus 5 predictions. Sorry I didn't really put a Fedor prediction card up or a recap to that. I've been really busy. I got sick, had strep throat. School just started. A lot of stuff has been going on. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I'm going to try and do my best to keep up with the videos. I'm sure I'll have a recap for this. It's a free card. And it's not a bad one. The prelims look nice, but I'm going to do my main card picks first. And yeah, let's just get right into it. The first fight on the main card is Duane Bang Ludwig versus Amir Sadollah. I really like Duane Bang Ludwig. Been a fan of his for a while. He's a really old MMA fighter. He's been fighting for a long time. Amir Sadollah, tough 7 winner, I believe. He has some of the best strikes in the welterweight division. And being such, I like Amir Sadollah too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, sorry, but I mean, Dwayne's paid his dues. I really would like to see him still be able to compete and stuff at the top. But I mean, I'm pretty sure they're giving Amir Sadollah this fight just to build him up. He's a big face. You know what I mean? They always put him on the tough commercials. He's a cool guy, and yeah, what I see happening really this fight is him picking apart Duane Ludwig. Ludwig definitely has power. He definitely could catch Amir and probably finish him. But I really just see Amir being able to use his Muay Thai background, his aggressive leg kicks, just to be able to keep Duane off of him, probably take a decision, if not finishing Duane Ludwig. Amir looked great against DeMarcus Johnson, another one of my favorite fighters. And Duane, last time I remember seeing him fight was a really close fight over at like UFC 120. So next fight, we have Donald the Cowboy Cerrone versus Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira, that no contest of his last fight, which sucks, and Nick Lentz is just a huge... who likes Nick Lentz, man? And Donald Cerrone, not the classiest guy ever. I didn't really like seeing him and Jamie Varner, like when Jamie Varner went up for a hug and him just shoving him. I don't know, this doesn't really seem too classy to me. He's not a bad fighter, though, but I definitely think Charles Oliveira is pretty much more well-rounded than Donald Cerrone. They're both kind of have the same style. I mean, Charles Oliveira has a much flashier striking style, so to say, and Donald, he has a good triangle. They both kind of match up pretty well if you think about it. Like, they both have a lot of the same strengths. They both have a good triangle. I probably would give Charles Oliveira a slight edge on the ground, and it's probably a edge standing, maybe even standing. What I see happening, though, I don't think... Donald Cerrone's a tough guy, and he has won 2 straight, but I just think Charles Oliveira is going to beat him here. Hopefully he can rebound from that no contest to Nick Lentz. Donald Cerrone, he'll be back. He's won 2 straight, but I think Charles Oliveira can stop his momentum right here. Ben Henderson versus Jim Miller. Jim Miller, one of my favorite fighters. Ben Henderson, it's fine. This card has a lot of my favorite fighters. Ben Henderson also... I liked him in WEC. He was really the one guy that made me really notice WEC, which was sad because it was kind of towards the end. But, I mean, I still got to watch a lot of fights. I'm surprised this fight's on the card, man. I really did not think this fight was going to be free at all. It's a really good fight. I thought this could be like maybe even a co-main event for, you know, a big UFC card. But lucky we get it for free. And... these guys both really have the same kind of style. They're not grinders. They're pretty aggressive wrestlers. Jim Miller has probably more finishes than Ben. But then Ben has a great guillotine. There's a lot of stuff that really goes into the fight. Who would I really give the edge to? Jim Miller, definitely, probably, just because he's pretty much won 8 straight. His last loss was to Gray Maynard, I believe, and if he wins this, he should be guaranteed a title shot. If you win 9 straight and you don't get a title shot, that's just fucked, man. That's really messed up. I don't know why they would do that to Jim Miller, because it's not like he's a boring fighter. He's a pretty fast-paced guy. Ben Henderson, though, has a good chance to win this fight, too. They both have, I'll probably say it's even standing. Ben Henderson has a tighter guillotine. Jim Miller, probably, I don't know. They're both pretty even wrestling, too. Tell me what you guys think about that fight, but I'm just going to give it to Jim Miller. 3-round decision, unanimous, just because he's my boy. So, yeah, that's the pick for that fight. Main event, we got Chris Lights Out Lytle versus Dan the Outlaw Hardy. Dan Hardy loses this fight. He's out of the UFC. Chris Lytle, I don't think he'd be kicked out. He lost to Chris Ebersol or Brian Ebersol. Sorry if I think Chris was wrong. But I definitely think Chris Lytle has every chance to win this fight. You saw him destroy Matt Serra pretty much in the stand-up, but Dan Hardy isn't Matt Serra. Dan Hardy has a lot better striking than him. But I don't know. I would like to see. I think Chris Lytle definitely has the edge of the ground. If he can play a smart game plan like Anthony Johnson did, he's going to submit him. I definitely see. Now that I think about it, I think Chris Lytle's probably going to get a submission. Dan Hardy, known for having really rubber arms and stuff, but I don't think he'll be able to really defend the chokes and just. I remember Matt Brown and Chris Lytle. That was just a crazy, inverted armbar triangle. I don't know what it was. But it was crazy, and I think Dan Hardy's going to go home. It's going to be a good fight while it lasts. If Chris Lytle decides to stand and bang, it's anyone's game. If he plays smart and takes it to the ground, I definitely believe he's going to win. But if he does decide to stand and bang, I have no idea who's really going to win this one. It could be a finish. It could be just a 3-round war. It could be fight of the year, which is... My dog just barked. But, yeah, this is a really exciting fight. I'm really looking forward to it. But... I don't think Chris Lytle's going to fight smart. I want to say Dan Hardy, but I mean, he's lost 3, and I don't know. I've been watching Chris Lytle a lot longer, so I'll just say Chris Lytle, 3-round decision. Hopefully it's a bloody war. Just those are the kind of fights Chris Lytle likes. Dan Hardy, who knows, he can get caught like he did against Condit. But yeah, those are my picks for UFC 1 vs. 4. Not a bad card at all. Make sure you guys watch it. It's free. I'll come back at you guys with my UFC on Rio predictions, UFC 134. That should be entertaining. I'm seriously sorry I didn't do a recap for 133 or any of those things. I didn't even get a chance to see really any of the fights on UFC 133. And hopefully I'll get to see some 134. It's in Rio. Maybe my dad will buy it. I'm trying to look. I'll make a vlog at the end of the week if any of you guys care about what's going on with my first week of school, what's going on in my life. That will be coming out Friday. I don't want to bore you with that in this video. So later, guys.